Welcome back. You're with us on the Big C on Cnbc TV 18 Prime. Chirag Thakkar is director Amrapali Group, joins us to talk about silver. Chirag, hi. And yet another run. And as Jonathan was telling us, $100 an ounce for the US dollar is what we are waiting for. But apart from that, whether it's about Shanghai, Australia, various Middle East countries, we already have seen that level come and go.
So we are actually talking about $100 now, but it is a pure uncharted area where we are trading today, and it is getting really very tough. That what's going to happen down the line this month or this quarter or this fortnight. Looking at the geopolitical uncertainty, I believe we are in a arena that will be not going to happen. What's going to happen, we really don't know. But having said that, there are lots of ETF demand coming in, as you rightly said. Chinese are buying it up around more than $100 today. So I believe there is a FOMO, there is a retail buying, there's a lot of expectations what we had last week when it went out of the critical mirrors from the US side, and administration said that we'll be speaking to all the countries differently for that particular part of the material, which could be left out from the critical minerals. We are expecting a metal moving out of US coming back to London liquidity, but we see a very less chance of happening that. So that is the current scenario right now, Manisha.
It is. Chirag, we also do understand that as you said, yes, we are looking at strong buying continuing from China. The global ETF buying has been on the stronger side as well. But the concern really has been for the Indian markets right now, where we did see a lot of silver imports in the previous year. And that means there is availability right now, but at these current levels, not too many buyers, would you say? And is the reason that we've seen a bit of a discount come in for the physical markets today?
So if you see today we are trading at a discount at a parity of imports, but there's a lot of ETF buying happening since last 1 week, and we could I was speaking to a couple of people, and the sense what I'm getting is there's a lot of funds getting allocated to the precious metals. At the same time, our equity markets, Indian equity markets, not performing so well. So there is a heavy allocation coming out of funds and heavy allocation coming out of the family offices, which are parking their funds in precious metals, and they are finding it very fruitful. Since last quarter, the performance of gold and silver has been outperforming every asset available in the market. So I believe that is one of the major reasons that we are still not at a discount, which we should be. And I think this is going to keep happening until unless there is a different allocation happening to any other investment instruments coming into the Indian market.
Chirag, silver for the longest time has been seen as gold's poorer cousin, and is the reason you've seen tier 2, tier 3 cities buy a lot of it. All semi-urban, rural areas buy it. Rural definitely buy it. At these current levels, have you seen that demand absolutely go down?
Yes, I would rather say yes. The rural demand has gone down, but at the same time, they are waiting for maybe a small price correction, and the demand for those retail buyers coming out of tier 2 and tier 3 is going to jump up. As we rightly said, their digital platforms are performing very well. They are every fortnight there is a new high are making on the subscription on the digital platforms. The physical delivery for small bars and coins are still at a watch, but that is more majorly coming from tier 1. Tier 2, tier 3, we are waiting for a correction. As soon as there will be a correction, I'm sure a good demand we could see coming from that pocket.
Chirag, I know it's very amusing to see $100 an ounce on the screen there, but tell me, as a commodity which has gained up from 1 lakh rupees to 3 lakh rupees a kg in matter of 12 months, does it push you to think or rethink your business strategies in some way?
Yes, it does, because let's say last year we were doing around 1,500 to 1,800 tons of import, and right now we think down the line this year we could have our imports on the weight terms. It could go down, but at the same time there's a bigger traction coming from other investors which are there in coming into the market, and at this price point level, it is going to be if the price is sustained at this level, let's say if it is getting sustained at 85 and $100 of a range for this whole year, it is going to be a situation wherein a less volume could be happening, but at the same time, margins are going to go up for whole value chain, practically.
Oh, yes. Chirag, in the international markets as well, as Jonathan was also saying, the US has decided not to put tariffs on the critical mineral list of commodities, which includes silver and copper as well. But even with that line, we did not see a lot of profit taking come in for silver. So would you say it's reacting to good news more rather than any bad news or the weak side of news?
I believe that there was a reaction. We corrected last week around 85, 80, $86. And there was a very short correction, very short time correction. Within half an hour, we saw prices coming back to the same levels where they started. So I think those news didn't make much of a big difference. At the same time, geopolitical uncertainty is getting priced into the market today. Friday night we saw closing at around $90. Today morning when we came, Hong Kong, China already started pushing towards all-time highs on the comic side. We saw $94, and if this continues and if there is no news coming, we could see $97 touching, $98 touching, and psychological $100. If it comes early, we could see early correction coming in. But if it crosses $100, uh, we really don't know what's there on on the line. At the same time, uh, uh, even gold is getting on the verge of silver prices. So I believe it is very uncertain what's going to happen down the line, a quarter or maybe this next fortnight. Any good news coming in, any certain news coming in, we could see a correction coming in.
All right. I'll give you that leverage because we've been talking about correction in silver prices since $50 an ounce. It hasn't come at 60, 70, 80, 90. We're talking 100 right now. Having said that, if a profit taking does come at a 95 or $100 an ounce, how much lower can we go from here, given the fact that almost everything seems to have factored in right now, and the markets do believe that there is scarcity going forward, there is mining, that's an issue, inventories are on the lower side, demand is going to be really great on the higher side, and the way the markets are, the currency debasement that is, people do want to stay invested into this.
So I believe, let's say just for the sake of discussion, let's say if we see $100 coming in, we could see prices coming back to $82, $85.
Okay.
But getting down to $75, $72 is going to be a big question. As of today, the kind of situation, it will be very tough for the silver to go down till $70 or $68. So I'd rather say if a correction comes in, we could see a prices of $82, between $82 and $85 would be a correction target.
You spoke about gold as Chirag, just one final question as I wind this down. The way people have been buying and way institutions and corporates and HNIs and central banks have been buying, are these markets looking at something that we don't know? Is that how it is playing out? Because the retail is out of the market right now. And as you said, retail perhaps comes in the last at the highest level. That's when the others start to take profit.
You are very much right, Manisha. There are certain things we actually don't know what's happening around, which we might know when the movement is already over. But I think we are in a scenario where we are having these prices coming in such a short span, which is very surprising. In my career, personally, I have not seen this kind of a movement coming into the market. You are very much right. We are in a scenario we don't know what's going to happen and why is it happening. Perfect scenario. It is very tough to say.
Oh, it is a very, very uncertain time, and almost every 2-3 days we see banks revising their positions when it comes to gold and silver and their price views as well. So, well, yes, rightly said that there's a lot of confusion in the market. We don't know where you're headed, but at this point in time, the only word on the street is continue to buy gold and silver on every dip. So, we'll see where that heads really. Thank you so much, Chirag, for joining in, and thank you for your time. With that, it's all the time that we have on this episode of Big C. Thank you for watching.